a 6'6" senior from Honolulu, number 32, Samuta Avea.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm back again. I'm going to be doing my next video on the 2023 UH men's basketball season, University of Hawaii, their 2022-23 season, I should say. And the last game was on January 26th, and it was against UC Santa Barbara. And unfortunately, it ended in heartbreak as the University of Hawaii fell 65-64 off an Ajay Mitchell layup at the buzzer. I'm saying it right now. And by the way, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe down below, or even leave some comments if you want to, because boy, do I have quite a bit of things to talk about here. And this was a performance there where it went down to the wire and it just ended the wrong way for the University of Hawaii. I'm going to say that right now. So anyway, I want to officially say thanks for liking all my uploads as of late. I've been trying to get out to the workforce, and maybe this is probably a good way. I've also created a website. I'll provide a link down below. And I also want to mention, I did take some B-roll on my phone, and again, I took this all myself. I do also have an audio clipping that you may or may not hear in this video. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, UC Santa Barbara, that was a battle, let me tell you. Because Santa Barbara, they have some really good players in their front court and their back court. Guys like Ajay Mitchell and Cole Anderson, and even Calvin Wishart. And those guys are, and like I said, those guys are good. But the guy who was the major pest of all was the guy who I mentioned at the start, who made that layup towards the end that really cost the University of Hawaii the lead in the Big West standings, and that was Ajay Mitchell. He ended up with 24 points that night, and I am going to show that layup right now. But I was listening to the ESPN Honolulu broadcast on there. And I did get that phone call on my cell phone, so I am going to be sharing that. I don't think I'll get in trouble at all. But anyway, because this is totally my stuff, I took everything myself. So I'm kind of a one-man band here, covering my local college basketball team. And unfortunately, because of the loss, UH falls into a tie for fourth place with UC Davis as we hit the midway point. Now, what's going to happen here is that we are going into a stretch where we can certainly pick up the slack after this heartbreaking loss. Now, I will say this, though. I did think that the University of Hawaii would come away with this win after what happened last season, where UH was down 19 in the first half. It took them over 10 minutes to get to 10 points. And from that point on, it was 19-4. From that point on, UH managed to just absolutely blow the roof off last season, partly with some thanks to new football coach Timmy Chang, who was in the house, and I got to meet him upon his return to the islands. And the guy's really good, I'm telling you. And but anyway, in that game, we ended up winning that 72-65. And at that point, it was 19-4, and they got in favor of UCSB. And of course, UCSB with 19. they got outscored. And they got outscored 68 to 36, I think. I think that's the right math, because they ended up winning that one 72 to 65, and you're seeing a graphic right now. But anyway, this game, oh man, I have no idea. At the time, I just could not believe what I saw towards the end. But I have to admit, though, for once, the University of Hawaii did not subject themselves to a slow start like they did against UC Irvine. But the problem is, and this has been a big recurring problem, UH had to endure a cold streak in the first half while UCSB went on a 14-0 run, and that eventually proved to be too much to overcome because of the final seconds. And I was listening to the broadcast there on that last second layup from Ajay Mitchell. Jovan McClanahan had said that he didn't think that shot was going, and he didn't want to commit the easy foul.
I didn't want to give him an easy foul, so I didn't go for the steal. But I feel like we played great D on him. Literally shot fadeaway one-handed shot over Bernardo, and he threw it up high off glass. I honestly didn't think it was going in, but I guess we're on the other side of things when it comes to game winners and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's a tough game. You never think that somebody's going to make those type of shots. It does happen in basketball. So he made a tough shot, but it is what it is.
And as soon as I heard that, I was like, how could you not? How could you think that wasn't going? That guy was banking shots like there was no tomorrow. Again, yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it does. Sometimes the logic is there, sometimes it's not, but still, even if it means you have to commit the foul, do it. Make them win at the free throw line, because if they wanted to win it, because I feel like UH really gifted that one to them. But there were some bright spots, and you did see some of my B-roll that I took on my phone. And of course, I uploaded it in shorts, in some shorts. But however, UH subjected themselves to that cold streak again, and then they had to fight and claw their way back into contention. And really, when UH goes cold, they go cold. Believe me, because they missed a ton of layups, a ton of bunnies, but they kept it in their neighborhood with their defense. And at one point, the gap got to about 12, 13, 14. And UH ended up cutting it to 9 by halftime, thanks to this Justice Jackson triple at the buzzer. And Justice, he had a good game overall, because he had a couple of triples. I am showing that second one right now. It was good to see that he was back out there, because like I was saying before in a past video, Justice Jackson is a guy who can really break that press against teams like Long Beach State and Seaside. And not having him out there certainly hurt us in some games where we really could have used him. But anyway, as far as a grade goes, considering that they came all the way back and could have won it, normally I give them an A, but I'm kind of docking that down to a B plus. And if they had came away with it, if they came away with the win, I might have given them an A, but they didn't. But it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is, and props to Santa Barbara, but we really deserve that win more. But I'm going to say this right now. Like I said in the Texas A&M, and that stopped an 8-game win streak for UH at home. Samuta Avea led the way with 13 points. Bernardo da Silva exploded for 12 points himself. And Beon Riley, I thought, really did well coming off the bench, including this buzzer beater off the shot clock in the first half that you're seeing right now. And Beon is a guy that can certainly can hit the occasional triple, and he did so against UC Riverside on the road. And I thought that they did pretty well there because I thought that Riverside game was the most complete game that they'd won, or closest to the most complete game that they had. And this game against UC Santa Barbara, which they should have won, was probably the most complete game I've seen them in terms of conference play. The only problem is they lost this one. And, I'm going to say this right now. We would have won this thing if Jovan McClanahan had just gone for the steal, or if Bernardo da Silva had gotten a block. Because, there was also a time there was also prior to that, there was also a play there where I think that where the crowd kind of thought that when the ball went out of bounds, it went off of UCSB player's knee. But then after upon further replay, it looked like it went off of Kamaka Hepa. And as it turns out, it was UCSB ball. But, oh well. But really, I'm looking at the stats right now. University of Hawaii did really well in a lot of areas. For starters, they had only 5 turnovers overall, 3 in the first half, 2 in the second half. They made 7 triples, and they did well on second chance points. It was 14-6. They had 10 points off of turnovers. Santa Barbara had only 1. But the other area that I thought really killed them was the fact that UH did not take a free throw in the second half. They were 11 for 13 in the first half and for the game overall. Whereas Santa Barbara, in terms of free throws, they were 5 for 8 in that second half. And I think that's what made the difference. One of the differences, anyway. Next to that playing from Ajay Mitchell. He was freshman of the year, and give him props. I mean, yeah, that guy, he's really athletic. And like I said, props to him. They won it, but they didn't UCSB, they won it, but they didn't deserve it. I'm going to say that right now. We deserved it more. And I'm going to call this right now. and I'm going to call this to UC Santa Barbara right now. You better enjoy this while it lasts, because when the shoe's on the other foot, and it will be on the other foot when we face you off against at your place this season, you'll know what it's like when the shoe's on the other foot. And you'll know that payback's a bitch. I'm going to say that right now. I'm going to call it right now. I hope that UH uses this loss as motivation to get even with them. Because payback's a bitch, and they will find out sooner or later. But give them credit. I mean, but like I said, props to them. Like I said, props to them. They deserved it. Not deserved it, but they got the win. But we deserved it more. And like I said, they didn't. But for them to nearly cough up a lead, to actually cough up as big a lead as they built, that's kind of proof that they didn't deserve. That's enough proof in my mind that UCSB did not deserve that win. UH deserved that the most. And but whatever, it's the way it goes sometimes. But I thought that was our most complete game. We had only 5 turnovers, but not taking a free throw in the second half really hurt us. And Jovan McClanahan even said that he felt that they were entitled to some free throws, and the refs just were not calling anything. And that's why I say in a past video against Texas A&M Commerce that I wish that basketball had lawyers, because really this game deserved a lawyer for sure, because there were quite a bit of plays there, and of course Jovan did acknowledge that they got away with some. They may have gotten away with some calls too, but I really feel that UH was certainly entitled to some free throws in that second half. And that can mean the difference. And there are times where UH didn't even get to take a free throw at all. But that's the breaks, I guess. So UH will be looking to rebound against Cal State Bakersfield on Saturday, January 28th. So I am looking for them to rebound, and I am looking for them to start another win streak and at least use this loss against UCSB as motivation to start another streak. I would like to see them win at least 5 or 6 in a row combined on the road. Because last year we ended up winning 7 in a row to start after a COVID pause. So, but hey, I could go on and on that, we really deserve that one. But obviously nothing's going to change. But, props to Santa Barbara. They won it, but they won it fair and square. But like I said before, and I'll continue to keep saying it, they didn't deserve it at all. They did not deserve that. UH deserved it the most because they scrapped and clawed. But unfortunately, UH did themselves in when Santa Barbara went on that early run. But fortunately, UH found a way to get back in contention thanks to some triples, like one from Kamaka Hepa. And they went on an 8-0 run to start the second half, but unfortunately, Santa Barbara responded every time UH got it down to a single point. But their commitment was there. But when they go cold, they go cold. And they really need to do something, especially as we hit the midway point of Big West Conference play. But I hope they do. All right, guys, that's it. And I'm going to show some more of my B-roll as we exit this video. And I will do another video with the Cal State Bakersfield game. So for now, thank you all for watching. You'll see some more of my B-roll, as I said, that I took with my phone. And for now, well, I'm a Pono, everyone.